Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we climbed down to the lower level of the Tantalese Titan on our way to find the Omega Fetter. This time, I'm sure we'll get a little bit closer to it. It's just been kind of funny to me just how much they give for you to do in the way there. What I've done is jump down from the fast travel point and gone down here to find my, don't you know it's impossible to climb down in 3 hours? You won't be able to climb up in 3 hours very well. Let's help you out. Oh, at last, a dashing gentleman. You know how to get what you want out of me. Your splendor! It touches me in ways I could not imagine. This is like when, you know, a little bear thinks that it's scaring off the poachers, and then, like, the audience gets to see what's going on behind, and it's this. You okay? Nia! Oh, this is so good. Oh, forgive me. It's just I've been holed up in my house for so long. Relatable AF. I can't resist it if I see a pretty face. Really? I'm writing a book, you see. It's on the topic of beautiful flowers. I would desperately love to incorporate the ice flowers that bloom nearby, but the monsters make it nigh impossible. Gorg, what do you think? We have to help. I'd say we're the only ones who can. At this point, yes. Oh, you'd help me? Oh, this is wonderful news. Ooh, to think the day would come that I would get to speak to such a fetching individual. How your light dazzles. Well, Rex, if you want to cling on to hope, maybe she's talking about the little X on your chest. That whole thing that you got going on. I mean, you only have that because Pyra gave it to you. It's not really anything that you did besides die. But, yeah, we shouldn't split hairs here. So, right here, we have 2 quest objectives, one after another. We had to hunt some idle Rodanias, and at the same time, we have to go get these ice blooms. Sounds like we can kill 3 goofy goat rhinoceros things with 1 stone. 1 axe, 1 stone. Give me that. Didn't even get a chance to get that going. Let's use Gorg's level 1 special so you can actually see that at long last. We've needed to use this and I just kept forgetting. Another weak move that does all the damage in 1 hit when the damage isn't even high to begin with. It's kind of a shame that he doesn't really have that good of specials, but you know, he's good on attack and defense otherwise. He's pretty good for all situations. I like him. Morag, you open us up with a water special. Let's just annihilate these guys now that we got the specials to do. Launch him, launch him, no! The long startup time was not good. That's definitely the one thing about Rex and Great Axes. Some people prefer Zeke for Great Axes. His arts don't have as long startup time. He's definitely got the biceps to spare to make that work. Rex is a little bit puny. Well, we've solved Cannadea's troubles, got Titan Hunter 3, a modern medal. That sounds pretty good. Generally, if it's a medal, it's something that's worth at least looking at. Absorbs 15% of critical damage dealt as HP. That right there. I'm gonna test that out on Rex. Mithra is getting critical hits 32% of the time. I could do that, I guess, if I just wanted to have a win button. Yeah, I think 32 is about as good as it's gonna get. Between massive melee Mithra boosting critical hit rate by over 1/4 of what it already is, her critical hit rate being naturally high thanks to Glint, and recovering HP every time you land a critical hit, this can make it so that you don't need a dedicated tank.
Counting on you.
Remember that Mithra is super evasion focused, and you'll be able to just absorb health constantly, not needing to worry about healing that much. Rider's Assistant, okay. You're right over here, not too far. You watched us do that whole massacre. I hope you weren't for the conservation of animal habitats or anything. You would come to me with your radiant warmth and gorgeous flowers of ice? Here you go. Wait, I feel as if I'm on the verge of a breakthrough. Are you all right? Give me a moment, the ideas are coming to me now. I would love to reward you, but please bear with me. I'm on the cusp. Thanks. No, how could I even consider making one of Allrest Treasure's work for free? I have a room at a room over at Anastasia's in Theoswar. Could you pay me a visit there later? Understood. Oh, the possibilities. So I guess we're going back up to Theoswar now. This section is so weird. Again, I'm not like mad or anything. It's just very strange. Because you've seen it, no other segment of the game puts this many convenient to-do side quests right in the way of what you are doing, and it's so funny that the one section they chose to do it in was the section with the most urgency. Your incandescent face is like the rays of the sun. The room is brightened by your very presence. I'm so happy Pyro's not active for this. You okay? Forgive me, I must try to compose myself. Your awards for fetching me the ice flowers, yes? How could I forget? Would you perhaps grace me with one last itty-bitty request? I would be interested to hear the details. You recall how I'm writing a book about beautiful ice flowers? I was thinking I would combine them with some beautiful scenery, and that would be that. But that would be an affront to true beauty. No, to capture that moment of the sublime, I need a truly breathtaking spectacle. And none but you could make that a dream, that fleeting vision a reality. I need you! Will you help me? I'll do what I can. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you. Then, may I ask you to rid the Gyro Griffox near the Lumos pedestal? Got it. A handsome warrior in a dreamlike snowscape fighting elegant beasts. Tell me every detail. Before we go out, there's a few things here in town that we can take care of. For one, we've solved Cannadea's troubles! Oh my, you really did defeat them all. I knew turning to you was the right decision. And that's another problem sorted out. Yes, now my concoction should be ready, complete in no time. Yes, finally. Something wrong? Oh, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. You have no idea the struggles I've been through. But now my life's work is complete. I will finally be united with my darling. The flames of passion I have harbored so long will finally be rewarded. This gets the same thing across without making her less likely to tell us what it is. Very well, as for all your help, I will tell you its name. The concoction I have been researching is a powerful brew that will fill any who drink it with a pure romantic passion. I call it the love potion. And I will be the first to use it to claim my beloved's heart. I really couldn't have done it without you, you know? Here's your reward as promised. I hope you're pleased with yourselves. Thank you again, my cupids of love. I'll let you know once all my dreams come true. I knew Cannadea wasn't to be trusted, and this explains why they're all so nice to each other. They force each other with science. Cheer treat. Increases affinity by 50% after winning a special button challenge. That builds up affinity quite quickly, but I feel like all the other sources do it so quickly anyway that I wouldn't dedicate a precious accessory slot to it. Perun and Florin got level ups to their charts from that though. Let's take a look at that.
Looks like I'm not done growing.
Sorry boy, you're a blade. You're gonna stay 4'0" your whole life.
A new path is opened before me.
Next up, I want to go to Theoscaldia Palace, because if you turn around, as we do after cutscenes, I tell you to do that like Isabel tells you your island lacks appealing scenery. You guys are the worst. Doctors say it'll take me 10 days to recover from your attacks. If I was the worst, you'd be dead. Kidding, kidding, there's no hard feelings, really. I should have been made of stronger stuff. Yeah, I'm actually rather embarrassed for myself. So confident that you could never take me on. But at least now, I know my weakness, so I can adjust my training regimen to compensate, like a good soldier. I helped shape Adam Howden into a better person. My life's work is complete. And by going up to Eulogiminus, he's got some new things to say to us in this situation. The evacuation of the civilians is proceeding steadily. But I ask that you repair the Omega Fetter if possible. Save Genbu. Save Tantal. You are now the only ones on whom we can rely. Do you think you can do this for us? Yeah. To get to the Omega Fetter, you'll need to leave town, head through the Amphoret Pillar, and descend to the Gembu Drifts. Once you're there, the drifts, you'll need to traverse the Great Pillar Passage. I realize that we are in no position to ask anything of you, and that... It's just how he looks like to me. What, were you sitting on his lap like he's Santa Claus? Did you want an Inspector Gadget doll? What were you doing, Mithra? Our next objective... Oh boy, I see where that is!
What now then?
I get to go on the ice slide, mommy! Going off! You gotta jump at just the right time, otherwise you don't make it, and you get all the splat without any of the fun. Here's that enemy that we gotta take off. I'm going to remove having a dedicated healer in this fight. Zeke, you can come out. And you know what else? I'm gonna use my second overdrive. Been thinking about this, and Nia has just so many bitballs. Some might want to move Crossette over to Zeke because I've gone over how good Zeke's bitball kit is, but I think for now we'll use overdrive on Florin.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
Rex, you're gonna be sticking with Mithra, art and special spamming like crazy, and we're just going to deal with you having the aggro with high evasion. That sounds like a good way to be. It might actually be worth it to not really rely on rolling smash too much unless I absolutely have to. Topple him. Go for the special. Hit him while he's down. Good. Photon topple, feels good to get that off. And as you can see here, I'm getting 130 HP there, 118, 205. That one didn't do anything. Okay, this is fine. Morag didn't get hit by that. Come on. But you're seeing here that I'm not having much trouble. It's actually going pretty easy. Mithra's higher level specials, especially her level 2, has so many hits to it that she can just restore HP constantly. Hi again. We have just returned. Oh, beauteous gentlemen, your beads of sweat trickle like liquid diamond upon your pristine skin. You're starting to sound like Ring Fit Adventure. My apologies, I can get a bit carried away. Now, do tell me about your encounter with the Gyro Griffox. Oh, this part. Okay, hang on a second. Flames of friendship led us to victory. Ah, yes, I see. Tell me more. And then, what enchanting flames they must have been. I've got it. Thank you so much for all that. Now for your next assignment, I'd like you to pick up the storied band that I dropped from atop the Amphoret Pillar. What? Oh, pay no heed to the storied part. It's just a worthless trinket I was using as a prop, really. What I want to capture is the vignette that tells of your glorious success. Makes sense. Tell me in detail how you treat the ring as you treasure it in those precious hands. Man, based on all these people's behavior, now I know where Zeke gets it from. Looks like we're going out a little further this time.
We've arrived. Where do we
So
go
you
from
saw in
here?
that fight that Rex was getting back his HP faster than he was losing it. Even though he doesn't have a dedicated healer to help him out, it was still damn good healing. Critical healing is a very, very popular strategy in this game. It's not quite optimal. You're not going to get the absolute best healing, or you're not going to get the absolute best stuff out there. I do think that there is a lot to be said about not getting hit in the first place and just outfitting for evasion. But it doesn't change the fact that, especially for main story, a lot of people really love it, and rightfully so. It can eliminate the need for a dedicated healer, make the party a lot more versatile, and just kill enemies before you even need healing in the first place. I kind of think that a lot of people over-rely on healers in RPGs where they feel like they will not be able to function without it, and in some cases, yes. In some fights, absolutely. But this is kind of an example of why you wouldn't always need that necessarily. And with Nia working so well as an attacker thanks to blades like Crossette, it again just kind of adds to the versatility of things. We're just about there. Who does Morag have on right now? You got Praxis and you got Aegean. Okay. Got a new landmark discovered. Storied band. That over there, that beacon of ether that's coming out of the ground, that goes up into Theoswar.
Let's keep moving.
It's the very same beacon of ether that goes up through the center of town. The amount of planning that had to have taken to make a fun-to-play area and have that all fit together just boggles my mind. I'm not a game designer. I've only read a few books on it and everything though, but I just would love to know the creative process that went into something like that. Here, this is for you. My dreamy dapperling, your presence alone transforms that cheap knockoff ring into a cherished treasure. Terribly sorry, I don't know what came over me. Now, what intimate details can you give me about the moment that you made the storied band your own? Zeke and Rex's teeth were chattering, or Zeke and Rex made vows of friendship. Ah! So one man placed the ring on the other's finger and swore they would never be parted. How wonderful! Whoa! Zeke's like 25, Rex is like 15! Bad ship, bad ship! Thank you, this should be enough. I believe I've grasped the core themes for my book now. I do not want to read your doujinshi. Ah, my pen arm, it's twitching. It wants to write. I can't contain it. Get that pen away from there. That's pretty neat. I'm going to write for a bit. Be back later. What is it with Nia being so savage? All right, she's Nia. Phew, it's done. Gentlemen, a study. A tale of beauty and friendship unveiled within my imagination as I listen to your impassioned stories. And so contrary to even my expectations, I have written a book that's chock full of charming men. You okay? I think it'll be a hit. Oh, don't worry, I've used all the tropes I can think of that appeal to the masses. I'll have it published once I'm finished editing, so be sure to buy a copy. A satisfactory conclusion. Thanks again for all your help. I've learned all sorts of things. Oh, I thought that was Morag still talking. Plus, I got to talk to you fine gentlemen. A treat for your eyes as well as the old brain cells. Why does everyone think Morag is a man? She's beautiful and majestic and cool. Sorry, just it bothers me. Incidentally, I'm a woman. What? You mean? I'm so sorry. It was just your clothes made me think beauty is a fickle thing, isn't it? Morag, you are beautiful. Stop letting anyone tell you that you are not. I think you're awesome. I stand by that. You are one of the coolest people I've ever seen. Motor chip and an affection necklace. How fitting. I bet you thought tales of charming men would never sell, didn't you? The female reader base just can't get enough of the heated drama. I don't imagine I'd have been able to make it if it weren't for you. I greatly appreciate your support. Something better love story than Twilight. Level 3 key affinity for a GN unlock. Let's take a look at those items. The motor chip that we obtained from that quest, not great, I have to say. Treasure chests have had much better stuff. This, yeah, you can take it. Aegean wants some staple foods to level up his leaping, and that can be decently useful for a few things. Let's take care of that real quick. In fact, let's go around the stores now that we have level 2 development and got some more contracts, see if we can get any more deeds. After all, we're already dead. Might as well make the most of it. Aegean, let's get you festive into the Tantalese mood by having you eat porridge. It wouldn't be a true poor starving country experience if you weren't surviving on just porridge. Oh, it had to be his favorite item. And to think I passed up the cheaper alternative that was this in the same shop inventory.
If only I could try it out now.
I pulled out Corvin, and I want to say real quick that you can present however you want and still be beautiful. I just mean that Morag is clearly presenting as female, and yet people aren't getting it, which is kind of strange. I'm pretty sure Lectica vegetables can be opened up. That's a lot of money. I hope this was right. Yes! Lectica deeds increases battle experience points by 10%. Stacking that with your chain attacks, that'll be a lot. I always wanted to own the black market. After completing that, Gentleman a Study is now for sale in Bibliopolio. You need to do both options that contain the word friendship in order to get this. Otherwise, she will write a book called The Flora of All Rest. Either way, this is the final item in this store. And you can carry 10 of it for some reason. Not sure what's up with that. No. Huh. 24% more damage dealt by specials is a pretty good effect, though. Okay, whatever. I need to spend more money in stores for Bridget anyway. And I need to build development with this place, so it's not so bad that I messed that up. But it is still an actual item that you can really get after the fact. 5 items: Chocolate Shadow, Moonstar Lipstick, Naponic Nails, and Steam Powder. Jeez! Starving people sure charge a lot of money for their crap. Increases capacity of lifestyle items by 10. By doing that, we can now carry 13 of a pouch item fine-freaking-ly. So good to have that higher capacity. We don't need to worry about that so much. I pulled out Best Boy here because Corvin can now work on another level of his light mastery by talking to Philostrata near the Theospitty Temple ruins in Tantal. There you are. I was looking all over for you, Philostrata. You sound like you could be some kind of pop star. Maybe Eric Estrada's making me think of that? Probably. Something on your mind, madam? Well, no, worry no more. Corvin is at your service. Anything we can help you find ladies with? Goodness, far be it from me to pass up the opportunity to talk to a fine, strapping young lad. Oh, you flatter me. Actually, I think she was talking about me there. You lie! Oh, please, don't take any offense. You're both very handsome men, regal as his majesty. All right, I forgive you. Anyhow, you seem deep in thought, madam. Is there any way we can help you? Oh, that's right. Perhaps there is. It's monsters, you see. They're becoming a dreadful nuisance as of late. I fear it's only a matter of time before some poor soul is attacked while they're out foraging for supplies. Well, if it's monster slaying you're after, look no further. You're a real show stealer, aren't you, Corvy, old chum? Just be wary of the old dame. I'm not sure you know what you've let yourself in for. Well, let's cross that bridge when we come to it, all right? Oh, it's so sweet of you to help, boys. I wonder if you could help get rid of some grad goggle around the Genbu Drifts area. That's where we're headed anyway. Getting rid of some Vint Griffox would be lovely too while you're at it. They could handle that bland Upa situation as well, couldn't they? And don't forget the Arno Capyba. They're getting very out of hand. Can I ask something as well? Fire away, little buddy. Okay, could you finish off the Clim and Lude for us, please? Broom icicles! We need fresh broom icicles! I'd love it if you could bring back some emerald snow, would you? Totally, your wishes are my command. That's very kind of you, dear. I hope you know your own limits, though. I wouldn't want you to get yourself hurt. Thanks for the warning, Ziki boy. They really dished him out. Told you so. Still, it's not like I could turn down any of their requests down, not when there's stuff we do so well. Corvin is now able to get more skills unlocked, and we can do these just by sending him away on some merc missions. We already have some of these cleared, actually.
Can't neglect my studies either.
Back to the lower level, up to Lumos Pedestal. And we're gonna jump off of this cliff again right next to there. Over in the Argon Ice Blooms, there's Ares, Novel Ories, there they are. I didn't see these before when we were doing the writer's assistant, but they're right next to that little patch of flowers where we got her the bloom. Mithra wants to take out a few of these, and because we can't send her away on merc missions, time to take you down.
My abilities have increased.
And in the process...
If I can aid our cause...
Then what?
I'm just itching to tell you about it.
Praxis was also sitting at another level of girls talk, gotten from girl talking. So that's all the exploring that we're doing here today. We've made a little bit more progress, but the last thing that I want to do is go over to the Three Vein Crossroads to show you that ice areas just have to have all of the jank going on in them. I've shown you all sorts of ways down, hopping down some rocks, going down on the trail, and now I'm going to show you a completely other way to get down. If I hold down RLZRZL, down and X, all at the same time, X also pauses the game. Come on. I just instantly die after a few seconds. Mithra looks like she's raving or something.
What happened? Next time lucky, Master Pawn.
If I keep holding these down, I will continuously be falling and dying.
I just had a
But
frightful dream.
while in this state, if I target an enemy, pull out my weapon, put it away, I now am okay. So look at that. By just hopping over that little rock, I'm in a falling state. And look at how fast I fall. By doing this, you can survive any drop, always with 1 health. This is believed to be a debugging feature due to how remote the triggers to access it are, and this is used in speedrunning, specifically in Tantal, because the objectives are always below you. It's kind of fun to play around with. I don't want to like really get too into it because I don't want to go too far out of the way, but I thought I would show you that by doing this, I was able to end up roughly over here. At the time that I was doing the bulk of my research, the world record speedrun for Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was held by a runner named Gren. They get the warning about Genbu at 1910 all rest time, and gets to the Omega Fetter at 1:44. 6 hours and 34 minutes of in-game time. It is impossible to get there in 3 hours. This bug wasn't discovered until mid-2019, over 2 years after the game's release. It was found by Xenoblade speedrunner Tendo64. I guess just because the trigger for it was so remote that it's possible that whoever was in charge of checking stuff like that just didn't find the trigger for it. And it was left in the game. We're on currently the final planned update for Xenoblade 2, and it's still there. Just one of those weird quirks that you can play around with and have fun if you want to. I want to set Tenderhearted Beast to our main objective. And yes, I believe it's down here. Oh, it would kind of help if I had Wolfric on, just saying.
Come out.
Otherwise it won't appear.
Forest really calms
This
your
thing is like a walking Christmas garland. It's so beautiful. Anyway, that glitch. That was found by Xenoblade speedrunner Tendo64. Imagine just being some guy sitting around one night holding buttons to see what happens, and then after like 5 seconds of doing that, Rex just explodes. It's really funny. It was believed to be a useless, weird little thing that happens probably as a result of the game not knowing what to do with you at first, but no, it seems to be a debugging feature. All right, so we made it closer, I guess. We've made it all the way to Zalmor's Crevice, the site of what Wolfric wants to do. We're almost done clearing all these objectives. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we go down there, save the people. See you guys then. Rock doing some breakdancing!
What happened?
I just had a frightful dream.